They've won Tonys and Oscars and Emmys and Grammys. There's no red carpet because they're home in their jammies. From Melrose Place to Broadway to Janeway and her crew, let Seth and James bring all the stars to you.
Anywho,
they're entertaining everyone, so who's gonna grouse? Just sit right back and you'll hear some tales on Stars in the House.
Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to Stars in the House Regional Spotlight. I was told that I should call out to you guys that are maybe looking for Stars in the House, the play edition. Usually it's on at this time. So they've decided to show some regional spotlights, which is where they kind of talk about houses in the world, out in the U.S., which is what we are. We're the Allegro Wolf Arts Center. We've been around for about 7 years now, and we've got this cute little theater in rural Sutton, Nebraska, that about 8 people work to run. And it's just amazing that we get a chance to be on such an incredible platform as such as Stars in the House. We're so honored. A huge shout out to Seth and James, and thank you for caring about theater in all of its shapes and forms. We're just so grateful. Another huge thank you to our board. We've got Rita Johnson as our president, Pat Majors, our vice president, Joyce Brown as our treasurer, and then Brenda News, Cheryl Simonson, Ashley Swanson, and Bobby Itzen. Thank you for having such a dream and a vision for this cute little theater in the middle of Sutton, Nebraska. A huge thank you to the Nebraska Arts Council. Literally would not be able to function without your beautiful grant every year. We're so grateful for you and for your belief in the arts out here in the middle of America. Just as a heads up, we're going to be showing some videos during this broadcast. And these are videos from previous years. So this year we've gone virtual with all of our camps. And so just so you know, we're taking precautions that are being recommended. And just wanted to celebrate some of the past memories we've had as a camp. So without further ado, we want to kind of give you a feel for what the theater is. So we wanted to show you kind of a video to let you see what Sutton's like and what our center looks like and kind of be there with us. So here it is. So that's just kind of a little look at our space. We wanted to highlight the fact that it's not in its perfect best situation, but we've found a way to create some really beautiful memories despite it all. I just wanted to share a little bit of our history. Back in 1882, this is the first record that we have to prove how old the building is because we don't actually know how old it is. But that's when the Salem United Methodist Church started in the building. And then in 2012, we purchased the church for $1, actually, and started the center in May of that same year. And then we held a bunch of different events every month with like artists and musicians and even Elvis impersonators, which was one of the biggest hits of our early years. We had wine tastings, just everything. We did all sorts of different stuff. But the first year that we started doing our shining achievement, the Broadway Academy, was in 2013. We had only 17 kids from the surrounding Sutton area or Nebraska area. Then in 2014, in August, we established a board because our first owner, with a great vision, was a little misguided financially, and we found ourselves in $50,000 worth of debt. So we had to get to work. And by we, I mean Pat Majors specifically, our vice president. She took it upon herself to get us not only out of that debt, but now we're back in the black and able to function. They set a goal for 5 years to get out of debt, and they were able to get out of it in less than that, which is incredible to me. I'm drowning in student loans, and I can't manage to get out of them. And it's not even close to $50,000, which I'm grateful for. Anyway, they did all sorts of things. They sold furniture. They held bake sales. They served waffles at a local restaurant. They rent the building out for like class reunions, birthdays, whatever they had to do to get this place back in the black. And then it feels like as soon as we get out of this $50,000, we are now fighting other battles. Like our air conditioner and heater just went out, and it's going to be $8,000 to fix that. And then the paint is falling off the sides of our building, and our foundation is crumbling, and we have to it just feels like we can't. And then COVID, and we have to take everything online, and it's just been an uphill battle. And so I reached out to Seth, which I'm lucky to even have him as a contact. We did like 3 different events in New York while I was out there, and he's just amazing. You guys know, you've watched his show. He's just so charitable and wants what's best for everyone involved. And so he, I asked him, is there anything you could, like, would you want to come on virtually and help anyway, he was like, I can do you one better. We'll put together a show on Stars in the House, which I had been watching and seeing all these incredible people involved with, and hopefully get you some help. So just a huge thank you to James and Seth for even letting us come on here again. If you'd like to support us, we've got a little banner running across the bottom. It's allegrowolf.org/donate. You can send whatever you can send to help us. $1 would help us immensely. I mean, we use $1 to buy the whole building. So even if you can only send $1, we'd be so grateful. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and I want to introduce you to that shining achievement, our Broadway Academy. Let's talk about that really quick. Our last year, 2019, we had so many kids, we had to start turning kids away, which is something we definitely do not want to do. But we've had to reach out to other buildings in the area to be able to house as many kids as we had like 36 kids wanting to do this camp from all over, from other states even, coming to this Sutton, Nebraska to be a part of this. And so you'll see later, we've got plans to improve the building to make it house even more kids, to be able to help as many as we can. Yeah, I want to introduce you to the Broadway Academy. So let's watch a video. I'll have Jonah, a huge shout out to Jonah. Thank you for helping us with this. Jonah's going to roll that video for us right now.
Because I've pretty much made a new family here. It's just a great experience that you can sing and do what you love.
Because it's full of people who want to see you succeed. People don't only want to work with you on a work level, they want to personally know you. It's an amazing experience.
My first year, I remember coming in and having zero self-confidence in my performance, and now being my 3rd year, I've had so much uplifting motivation from all the directors, and there's no judgment. It's like the best place on earth, honestly.
Because it's such a diverse place where you can sing, dance, act, even rap, and be yourself as a person, where the instructors will help you, not only the instructors but other campers as well, and you come out leaving as a giant family, not just as another stranger in the world.
Because I love performing. At Allegro, we get to work with great directors and instructors and each other to make an awesome performance at the end of the week.
Because I get to perform alongside a lot of talented students, and also that I get to work with some of the best performers that we get to see on Broadway.
Because it is a life-changing experience. Okay, this is only my first year. I came here and I had a completely different sound, and the awesome vocal coaches just turned my sound into something I never even knew I could do. I'm definitely coming back.
Because I get to spend time with a family that I made over a whole week. It's just amazing. Working with amazing directors, amazing vocal coaches, and getting to make new friendships that will last a lifetime, because this is my 3rd year and I'm still friends with the people that I made friends with on the 1st year.
You're surrounded by people who love the same things that you do, and we're all supportive and we're all loving towards each other, and you get an experience you probably wouldn't get anywhere else. And I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm gonna cry if I keep talking.
The 1 week where I can totally express myself and be surrounded by people who won't judge me, so it's a good feeling.
Hi guys, my name is Taylor Eliason. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're still pretty new, and there's probably a lot of people out there who don't exactly know what it is that we do. First of all, our main focus, and the thing we celebrate the most at camp, is the individuality of each one of these kids that come through our door. We want to empower them to feel confident in who they are and what they have to give. And if they leave camp with that feeling, that to us is a success. At the very beginning of the week, we have the kids arrive with a 16-bar audition. Now we know that that's a big ask from kids who maybe have not done theater before, but it's imperative to the rest of the experience throughout the week. Once we've done those auditions, we jump into a meeting and we start feverishly picking songs and music and art based on their needs, so that by the end of the first day, they have that material and they're ready to start practicing and memorizing and getting to work on that specific piece. Throughout the week, we utilize individual instruction with private vocal coaches, private directors, to deliver a product that is really something the kids will go home proud of, and that they'll be able to utilize later on with maybe college admissions or auditioning for shows out here in New York. My other favorite part of the camp is the nightly activities, where the kids get to kind of let their hair down, move away from doing the work for a little bit, reset their minds, and get to express themselves socially with other kids, get to know each other, make lasting friendships that will be a support system for them going forward in their high school years as well as later on in life. So please come to camp. Please come and be with us for this week in July, so that we can get to know you better, so that you can get to know us better, and so that we can both grow and develop ourselves and our talents and our skills. Thank you so much. Can't wait to see each and every one of you. If you have any questions, you can visit our website, BroadwayAcademy.org. You can also go to that link to register. Have a great night, or have a great day, or we'll see you there.
Be a hero every time you get the chance. If the music stops, continue with the dance. With a story in your heart, you won't need any other choice. You're a hero, fighting dragons, winning wars. Be the hero, and the world will soon be
Oh, hi! Look who's here! So, we love this camp. We absolutely love this camp, and these faces on this screen right now are some of my favorite faces because they're our students. Anyway, let me introduce you to these beautiful people. We'll start with Allie. Allie is one of our original students. She not only was one of our students, but she was also staff at one point. She has been going to school. Where have you been going to school, Allie? For
Nebraska Wesleyan for acting.
For acting. And she's just incredible. Like, we're going to show a video of these guys performing in just a second. But she's obviously had a lot of training and been able to learn a lot more since being at school. But you'll see in the video just how talented she was even before all of that. And then we've got Alejandro right here, who's thankfully taking a break from work to jump on this with us here. Alejandro started initially before camp was a poet. What's it called again? The poetry?
Slam poetry.
Slam poetry. And so when he got here, he was like, "I'm not a singer." But you consider yourself a singer now, Alejandro?
I'd say with college training a little bit more, definitely.
Heck yeah. You'll see him as well. And then Atley, man, Emmerick, cute girl with your new hairdo. I love it. So Atley's you're just graduating from high school, right?
I graduated last year.
Last year, just out of high school. She was actually at camp last year, and we're going to show that video as well. So just to explain the camp a little bit further, we bring in kids from all over, and we train them throughout the week, and we put together a final show. Well, now because of COVID, we've had to go online. So we're doing essentially the same structure, but just online. So they still get private instruction. They're still getting vocal lessons, still getting acting lesson every day of camp. And then they are putting together a video, a recording at the end of the week, which is, we're trying to lean into the video medium because, as you guys know, Alejandro, and as we're looking at the industry nowadays, submissions with video submissions is becoming even more and more common. So these are skills, right? So COVID is kind of a blessing in some ways, right? Because we're learning how to do that medium. But I want to show you guys, before we talk to each one of these guys about their experience with camp, I want to show you what they did at camp. So here's that video.
Had gained a pound or 2 or 73. 50 pounds away from my heart, baby. 5-0, baby, the truth hurts. Baby, yes, he got his just desserts. Yes, he got his just desserts.
Not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets getting colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-L-E-S-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be. I imagine that so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep are 7 feet ahead of me, and if I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd get past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we live and fast, and we laugh, reach for a flask. We gotta make this moment last. That's plenty, scratch that. This is not a moment, it's the movement.
Twisting my mind into lemonade. You'd be sleeping,
you'd be drunk
if you had stayed.
And you might miss
any good that could come
after this. Cause people can surprise you or not. And we go bum 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 bum.
It's so dumb, it makes me cry, Atley. I love you guys. And just watching this stuff makes me feel so, I just can't even believe I'm a part of it. Anyway, let's talk about you guys and what you're doing. I'm actually crying. This is kind of embarrassing. Okay, so Allie, tell us about you. Where are you right now?
Yeah, so I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska, not too far away from Sutton, Nebraska. Just kind of finishing up my time studying acting, like I mentioned. I'm still in Nebraska, but working right now, saving money. COVID's it's kind of crazy. It's really it's turned the world upside down. So learning to adapt to this new environment has been exciting and awesome, but I'm trying to spend my time. My fiance is a videographer, so we like to practice doing some shots at home and some cold reading at home. So that's what a lot of my time doing.
Speaking of videography, we might need your help with camp going forward. We were using iPhones to record we've been dealing with like a shoestring budget. We're just doing everything we can to like give these kids the product they deserve, and with no money. So so maybe we'll hit you up for videography these coming years. But Allie had to put off her wedding because of COVID. They were going to get married in May, and now we're doing a December wedding. Hopefully.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Come through. Wear your masks. We want Allie to get married. Hey, nice. What about you, Alejandro? What are you doing? You're working at the zip line.
Hello. I am currently at my zipline job. Yes. But I am actually a senior now at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, studying theater performance acting and advertising PR. So thankfully this last junior year we did the whole online submission videos, how to do a self-tape, and with my ad PR version we also learned how to do like recording from cell phones and recording from other devices so that you can record and document those things on the go.
Awesome. That's awesome. You'd be really helpful. You want to give some pointers? Because we're
definitely, yeah, I'd love to be there.
Help us out. Help us out. Alejandro is incredibly talented. Alejandro, wait, I forgot. Allie, how do they find you? Like, how do people find you if they want to hire you for work? Because Allie's like, she's trained and ready to go. So hire her. Give her some work. But
you can find me on social. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Reach out to me that way. That's probably the best way. It's super Faber Alley. My last name, my first name. So.
Are there like videos and stuff that they can watch, like updated Allie? Like,
I need to update some of those videos. So those are in the process during COVID.
Yeah, right. Cool. And Alejandro, what about you?
I have my actor's website, Alejandro at Alarcon at Weebly.com. And on my Instagram, Alejandro_the_king. There's a couple photos up there from when we performed in London at the Globe. So yeah, so check it out.
Cool. Worried about the Globe.
Yeah, I saw that and I cried a little.
And then Atley. Hi, Atley. Atley just last year. That was her in that last clip with Carter Pursley, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was so fun.
So fun. You'll notice that our space was different that year. We moved to the high school because we're to the gills with kids. So we had to get a bigger space so that we could fit every one of them on the stage. But what about your guys' experiences with camp? How did they inform your futures? Like, how did they change your life? Who wants to chat? Allie, what about you?
Yeah, so I'm from Aurora, Nebraska, so it's like 30 minutes away from Sutton, super small town too. There just were not any opportunities to do something like this before this camp. And before I came there the first year, I had just been in my first musical, and I had this moment where I was like, wow, that was really cool. I would love to do that.
Was it Beauty and the Beast?
No, it was Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, okay.
That was the first musical I ever did, and I was like, wow, this is something really special. It makes me feel really good about myself, and I could see myself doing this someday. And then this camp came up, and I was like, yeah, I mean, why not? I really like doing this. And it was just the most incredible thing I've ever been a part of, honestly. I remember leaving and cleaning the pool once I got back on my lifeguarding job and wishing that I could be back there, because just being surrounded by professionals that look at you and they tell you that you're valuable and that you are talented, it's really life-changing. I've seen so many people find themselves, find confidence in what they can do and what they can offer at this academy specifically. So
yeah, I tell everyone, like, if you meet the kids on the first day and you see them at the performance at the end of the week, totally different people, totally different, like not totally different people, amplified people, like people that have like taken some of the walls out of the way, and it's like we finally get to see you for the first time. It's just so cool. Alejandro, Atley, what do you guys think? How's camp been for you guys?
I was the shy kid who never performed or did anything. And then after that, rocketed everything. I started joining up for dance classes. I ended up choreographing some dance classes, and now I'm studying acting. Like, it propelled me definitely into the future that I wanted. And it was so nice to be able to experience that from never seeing a Broadway show, because I was from Nebraska, I'd never seen a musical or anything. To seeing all of this firsthand and being able to say that's something I can do and something I want to do.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like a cool space where you get to like discover yourself too. Like, it's a place where you can like feel loved on every side, no matter what, like whatever things you've been dealing with as a person. It feels like a space where you can share those and feel like people are just going to be like, cool.
Yeah. The amount of tears that building has.
Yeah.
It's so much more than performing, for sure. Like so much more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you, Atley?
Oh yeah, when I first came to the camp, like I'm gonna be honest, I was like terrified because I was like this little 13-year-old and I was like, I don't know like anything about my voice or anything. And then I left the camp feeling so much more confident, and it kind of like solidified my path in life. Like I became a dance major at UNL. So if I like didn't do the camp, I wouldn't have figured out that's what I wanted to do.
So cool. So cool. Atley's actually like, and I think Allie has too, has gone out to like California to do some auditions. Allie, you've been out to some places, right?
Yeah, I did a few auditions in New York and some self-submitting online too.
Yeah. The Faber name is like a legendary name in our camp. There's 3 of them, and they're all equally talented and beautiful and just good people. Like, you'll never meet more humble, undeservedly humble. Like, they should be the most cockiest little things ever walking, but they're so wonderful. Love the Faber clan. You guys are wonderful. Let's keep you around. I'm gonna have you guys come back around at the end so we can all say bye to each other. But let's jump over. We're gonna talk to one of our staff members who was a part when I joined the camp, Jeremiah Ginn. He and I have quite the history, actually. Hi, Jer.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Jeremiah's coming from California. He is incredible. So let me tell you a little bit about Jer. He's jack of all trades. First point to make. He is an actor, dancer, singer, also an incredible pianist, which is what he helped us out with the year that we went to camp. He's in Windsor, California right now, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Sacramento, Bay Area, kind of. No?
Bay Area.
Bay Area. That's what I meant to say. He toured with the chorus line for a while. He made his debut in New York in a production called Murder for Two, where he was a piano playing. What was that role, Jared? What were you? Are you there?
It was a 2-man show, murder mystery, and I was understudying the guy who played all the suspects. So it was like 12 different characters, and we both played piano. It was like Clue meets the Marx Brothers. It was really fun.
Super fun at second stage, right? And then you were playing the piano as 12 different characters. He's been seen recently at Godspeed Opera House, the Muni, the Cape Playhouse, North Shore Music Theater, and Stages St. Louis, to name a few. And is an original member of Carol Kings, which is a show that a friend put together for cruise ships, right? Where
and different tours. It's Carol's Kings. It's 3 guys. It's an all-male tribute to Carol. She's amazing. And still do stuff with them.
You're still doing it, right? Yeah. Like it's
well, not right now, obviously. But
obviously. Yeah. And then you were most recently seen in the tour of Anastasia, a North American tour, first national one, directly off of Broadway, right into a tour with Anastasia. You were understudying Vlad, and you were a swing for the entire male ensemble. Occasionally female. Wait, what?
Yeah, the last performance that I did as a swing was in a female track before we got shut down.
In their costumes?
No, my costumes. But okay. A lot of females out that day.
Awesome. Any partnering with other male ensemble? It would be interesting in Anastasia.
That performance we did.
Really?
It was like in the back. No one could tell, but it was in Oklahoma, which was really interesting. So
that's hysterical. Awesome. And you subbed in the pit too on the keyboard?
Yeah, I'm actually a member of the Musicians Union as well. And because I'm a swing and I'm not on stage, I was able to do both occasionally. If I wasn't on, every other Sunday, I got to play in the pit.
Okay, this is perfect. This is a perfect segue for an experience I want to talk about with Jeremiah. We spent a summer at Jackson Hole Playhouse in Jacksonville, Wyoming. And Jer, what were you originally hired for?
I mean, I was hired to be Teen Angel in Greece.
Teen Angel, right.
I ended up teaching all the kids' workshops, accompanying them, everything. And then halfway through the summer, I went on for Danny for 2 weeks and played Danny Zuko, the John Travolta role. And I think there was...
With no rehearsal?
No, I had one rehearsal.
with one rehearsal, but you had already had all the stuff memorized. Like you could have given every single line. Like Jeremiah is a sponge. All he has to do is sit in rehearsal with any show, and you could be like, Jared, what's the line? And he'll be able to, it's incredible. It's such a skill.
And I think I remember at the end of the summer, wasn't there a performance where I had to play the radio guy too?
You weren't you doing two roles at the same time?
Fourth, yeah.
Yes, crazy. It was it was quite a summer. Anyway, he's very talented. If you didn't get that, this man is just a gift. So, Jared, let's have you. Jared's going to sing for us. He's actually going to sing. Oh, I didn't talk about this. Jeremiah actually we went to camp together back in Utah. YASI, Young Ambassador Singer Entertainer Workshop, where I first got to see Jared perform the song he's going to sing for you. It's unfortunate that he's confined to this little camera because the original performance was the most expressive, dance-filled. It was beautiful. So, Jared,
yeah, it's funny, Taylor. We always tell this story, like, and I kind of said this to Taylor yesterday. She loves me, and to this day, friends that I have from that camp still remember that song. I don't remember what I did besides that. I don't remember what anybody else sang, but everyone's like, oh yeah, remember when you sang She Loves Me? And because I was apparently running all over the stage, and my mom reminded me last night that she helped me choreograph it in our living room.
Well, if you could do a little bit of it, I think people would be well for it. But anyway, Jared, I'm gonna turn it over to you and let you show them what you can do.
All right, let's get to it. Wonders never cease. I didn't like her. I couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand her. I wouldn't have her. I never knew her. But now I do. And I could. And I would. And I know. She loves me, and to my amazement, I love it, knowing that she loves me. She loves me, true she doesn't show it. How could she, when she doesn't know it? Yesterday she loathed me, bah! Now today she likes me, and tomorrow, my teeth ache from the urge to touch her. I'm speechless, for I mustn't tell her. It's wrong now, but it won't be long now before my love discovers that she and I are lovers. Imagine how surprised she's bound to be. She loves me. She loves me. I love her. Is that a wonder? I wonder why I didn't want her. I want her. That's the thing that matters. And matters are improving daily. Yesterday she loathed me. Now today I love her. And tomorrow I'm tingling. Such delicious tingles. I'm trembling. What the hell does that mean? I'm freezing. That's because it's cold out. But still I'm incandescent. And like some adolescent, I'd like to scrawl on every wall I see. She loves me. She loves me.
You did it, Jared! Jared, you did it with this tiny little screen.
I tried. I thought, this is my stage. I'm going to move as much as I can.
You did such a good. That's literally what the experience was at camp. That's what you just felt. Jared, you're so great. So Jeremiah not only is an incredible performer, but he's also has a history with us at this camp too, right? Jared came with me on my very first year with the camp. Our friend Derek Peed was the original one. He was there the very, very first year. And he invited us to come and help him out the next year. Anyway, Jared was our accompanist, which seems like a underserving of his skills and talents, but you should hear him.
You know, it was the last minute thing, and you had already filled all the positions, and like I did a lot of stuff. But let me just say,
a lot of stuff.
it was so funny when I got the call. It was like, hey, do you want to go to the middle of Nebraska and teach a musical theater workshop? And I was like, sure, where's Sutton? And it's literally the tiny town. I think the sign said what, population 1,500?
1,500.
I think when we were there, it was like 11.
We haven't
gotten 400 new people. But I was like, okay, we are in the middle of nowhere. This is a very low stakes, like whatever, I'll just go do this week. And let me tell you, I underestimated what that week was going to be. I came into it thinking, okay, like who are these kids going to be? And like, what are we going to even do in a week or whatever? And I was shook. By the end of the week, the transformation of these kids, it was unreal. Even those three, I mean, Alejandro and Atley, like they came in so shy and not knowing who they were. And by the end of the week, they had just transformed and blossomed. And I think it's really a testament to who these kids are. I think it's a testament to the camp and like the structure of it. There's so much individual attention because of how much staff that they're able to hire. And they're also able to get really great voice teachers and coaches. And, you know, I think it's just a testament to this amazing program. So please, if you haven't already, where is it? Donate. There it goes.
It's going across. There it goes.
Really, I just remember that. I don't know if it was Atley. There's this one girl who like had the tiniest voice, but we were like, we see something there. And by the end, she was like an Ethel Merman belter. By the end of a week,
full voice.
In 5 days, it was a completely transformed person. You did not recognize this person. And I'm so proud of those kids. And they're not kids anymore; they're adults. But
I know.
Here today, so.
I know, it's crazy. It's like setting the birds free to fly. But yeah, it really is. I mean, we're all changed by it, not just the kids. Like even just as a staff member, I feel like we come out the other side being like, man, it's such an honor to be a part of their development and their.
I definitely left my heart in Sutton, Nebraska.
Well, let's bring in another friend of ours who also went to school with us, Miss Delaney Westfall. Are you there? Hi.
Hi.
First of all, Delaney and I have some funny history, and I don't know.
Are we telling the story?
We're totally telling the story. Delaney, we were doing a production of Drowsy Chaperone.
Yes.
At the Hale Center Theater in West Valley. Then it was in West Valley at the time. Incredible theater. As a matter of fact, I, as Robert Martin, was coming up through the floor to make my first entrance, and Delaney was doing a choreographed bit on the stage. And I don't know where the footage is, but I wish I had it to show everyone. Delaney does this beautiful spin into this leap and then disappears.
And let's say they need to know this was our first rehearsal.
Yes. It was not a performance. It was the first time we'd ever done it on stage. And so this hole that had never been there was suddenly there. And poor Delaney, oh no, anyway. But she disappeared, just disappeared. Luckily, I was standing there waiting for my entrance. And so Delaney and I became very close in a very short amount of time. Both of us in a huddled heap at the bottom of this toaster, just not sure either of us of what had just happened. But I'm glad.
Jared was there too. He totally was. Remember?
Right. Jared was in the cast too. Oh my gosh. Anyway, just a funny history. But Delaney has gone on to do incredible things. Let me tell you about this chick. She graduated from BYU. Then she went out to DC, to the Kennedy Center, to do Sideshow, which, if you know Sideshow, it transferred from Kennedy Center to Broadway. And so she was the swing/understudy for both the sisters, Daisy and Violet, which I don't know how you navigate a duet when you know both parts and have to like stay on your one track in that way. And then she closed that and she moved to do the national tour of Beautiful, which will come back around. And then she came home and played Lauren in Kinky Boots. Lauren is the love interest, the main character in Kinky Boots. Who are you playing opposite? Or you played opposite a bunch of people, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did it first with Andy Kelso. He was the first one that I ever did it with. And then they brought back Stark and Billy, Stark and Billy Porter for 3 months. I was very lucky to do it with them. Stark is mine, and Billy is, everyone knows she's incredible. And then when Stark left, I got to do it with Jake Shears, who is like the sweetest man. He's the lead singer of Scissor Sisters. He came in as one of like the celebrities to play Charlie, and he was awesome. It was really fun.
That is so fun. And you killed it. There's some videos I've seen of you doing it, and I didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but I know that you're so quirky and so fun. Like, you'll get to see in just a second. But then she went and did Sweeney Todd off Broadway at Barrow Street as Joanna, and was lovely. And then she actually went to the Broadway version of Beautiful and was there doing what were you on Broadway?
The same role I did on tour. It was just the part that I played on tour. She got pregnant and they needed somebody to come in last minute, and so I got to close out the show, which is really
and
awesome.
close it out till COVID. So she's a big deal. Like 3 Broadway shows under her belt, off Broadway work. Just it's crazy to see friends doing the incredible stuff they're doing. But Delaney's gonna sing for us. She's gonna sing one of my niece's nephew's favorite songs.
Like a song that I would have absolutely sung at camp if I was like camp age right now.
100%. And you went to Yasi camp too.
I did.
We were Young Ambassador Singer Entertainer Workshop kids.
Weird.
And Young Ambassadors. We were on the actual group. And that, anyway, so fun. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Delaney. Let's show them what you can do.
Okay. The window is open, so is that door. I didn't know they did that anymore. Who knew we had 1,000 salad plates? For years I've roamed these empty halls. Why have a ballroom with no bowls? Finally they're opening up the gates. They'll be actual real life people. It'll be totally strange. But why am I so ready for this change? 'Cause for the first time in forever, there'll be music, there'll be light. For the first time in forever, I'll be dancing through the night. Don't know if I'm elated or gassy, but I'm somewhere in that zone. 'Cause for the first time in forever, I won't be alone. Oh, I can't wait to meet everyone. What if I meet the one? Tonight, imagine me gown and all, fittingly draped against the wall, a picture of sophisticated grace. I suddenly see him standing there, a beautiful stranger, tall and fair. I want to stuff some chocolate in my face. But then we laugh and talk all evening, which is totally bizarre. Nothing like the life I've led so far. For the first time in forever, there'll be magic, there'll be fun. For the first time in forever, I could be noticed by someone. And I know it all ends tomorrow, so it has to be today. 'Cause for the first time in forever, for the first time in forever, nothing's in my
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh my God. Where do I pay you for that performance? Like, how do I, like, where's the admission price? So good, Delaney. So good. Hey, can we bring Jer back on, Jonah? Can we get Jeremiah back? Jer, sorry, was that unexpected to drop you in?
I was just about to drink some water.
I wanted to talk with you guys really quick just about what camp meant to you guys when we were kids. Like, I know for me, I was some like finger up my nose like kid that had no idea what he wanted to do with his life. And then my voice teacher was like, "Hey, there's this camp you should probably go to." And I've never looked back. It's been a transformative thing for me. So what about you guys as far as our Yasi experience?
Go for it.
Okay. So I grew up doing shows. I did my first show when I was 8, and I was in dance and voice lessons and stuff throughout. But I remember when I went to Yasi camp, it was because my best friend Whitley Osborne was going, because Shayla, her older sister, had been, or she was currently on your master's or whatever. So we went, and it was odd because like I'm from a really small town in Utah, and it wasn't cool to do theater. And I knew that I had a talent, and I knew that I like kind of maybe wanted to do it, but nobody supported it other than my wonderful, beautiful family and my mom and dad. But obviously that's not what matters when you're 14 years old, 13, 14. What my friends thought was cool was what was cool.
Exactly.
So I went to the camp, and I mean, I can truthfully say that it was like at camp where I knew that's what I was going to do. Because I mean, it's an interesting camp. I mean, I don't know if we want to like dive in too much, but like you say, come the first day, and I think it's the second day, there's this showcase where everybody sings, and everybody sings a song, and then everybody votes, which
they vote.
It's kind of terrible. Everybody votes song.
That's terrifying now. Like
whoever gets charged
off the camp island.
Whoever got voted for then got to perform in the final performance as like the solos, because everybody was a part of, or you audition the first day and you get cast in either a solo or an ensemble or whatever in a number. But it also gave me a lot of confidence. I was lucky enough to sing in the showcases, and I was lucky enough to sing solos for the numbers.
There's hundreds of kids at these camps.
Yes,
so many kids at the Yossi camp.
Yeah, and I mean, in terms of friendships, like Atley and Alejandro were talking about how that's a huge thing. What you bring back, not just theater related. And my 3 best friends, I'm still best friends with from camp. So
yeah, 100%.
Awesome.
It sets you up. It sets you up in a real way as far as like a support group, as far as like people that are sharing your experiences because they're going through the same passages of life at the same time. They have the same love. Like it creates this community of love and support that I don't know what other thing does it. Voice lessons don't do it. Community productions don't necessarily do it because you're working with all age ranges. I think camp is like such a cool part of a performer's experience. Anyway, Jared, what about you?
No, I was gonna say like I didn't know that I wanted to be a performer. I was a pianist, and
right.
That's kind of what I did. And then I did community theater. I did high school theater. And so when I heard about this camp, I was like, oh, I've got to go to this. And it was, I think, again, like kind of like Delaney said, it was like, oh, this is what I want to be doing. But not only that, I just out here in California, people think of California, think of movies, but like up here in Northern California in the North Bay area, we really don't have much of the arts. Our school barely had an arts program. I did not have many opportunities besides like my private piano lessons that I had to really go and like take dance and take voice lessons. And so a lot of my initial training came from these 2 years that I went to this camp. And very similarly, like how I talked about with, Atley and Alejandro and Allie and all the kids at Allegro Wolf, how I watched their confidence grow over the week. I felt that when I was at camp as a teenager, and I was lucky enough again to do the She Loves Me. Oh my gosh.
Jared had a little bit of confidence when he came to camp. Just a little bit. Full sprints around the entire stage. He was a little bit tired.
Able to do that, and like the fact that like people thought like it's a confidence booster. It was like, oh, you get to do the solo. Like it was like people voted. That's kind of scary. But like they also had confidence in me to have a solo and a group number. And the next year I also got a solo that year. And so it was a really good experience just to build that confidence. And that's what a camp like Allegro Wolf does and can do. Again, here's that little spotlight. Please donate.
I'm going the wrong way.
I just loved it. Also, I just have to second Delaney falling in the hole during Drowsy Chaperone Tech.
Oh God, that's now.
Was pretty epic.
Sorry, Delaney. I didn't mean to bring that out.
Let me just say, Delaney has gone from like the ensemble being in the hole at Hale Center Theater to being a lead on Broadway with Tony-nominated actors. So she's doing fine. You're doing okay.
You're doing great.
And you can too if you go to Allegro.
Hey, nice hook there. I wanted to actually talk about the camp though. Like the cool thing about Allegro Wolf that we didn't get at Yossi camp is this anybody who signs up is getting literal one-on-one training the entire week. Like there's
that Young Ambassador camp, it was great. There was hundreds of kids. This is a camp. There are 3 to 4 voice teachers. There's 2 to 3 directors. There's a choreographer. So every kid every day has a voice lesson. Every kid every day has a private coaching with an acting director on their acting of the song. and every day they're with a choreographer working on the choreography of their song. So they're getting individual attention in all three aspects that you really have to be competitive these days. And I don't know many camps that do that. Again, you're getting a voice lesson, an acting lesson, and a dance lesson every day on top of group stuff.
Yeah.
And that was mind-blowing to me when I came to the camp as an accompanist and the music director and putting arrangements together and stuff like that for people. And it's so tailored, like you said, they come in with an audition, 16-bar audition like we showed in that video, and for the next literally 4 hours, we are furiously at a table crafting what their personality would, like how their personality could fit what song. So they're really getting, it's not just like, oh, well, she's saying we're going to give her vanilla ice cream. No, it's like, this person has a really knack for comedy. You know what? That made me think of this song. They're getting individual choices made for them that crafts their performance throughout the week.
And as they keep coming back, we're able to be like, all right, we did comedy last year, we can do this year, and like force them into different areas of their development. Anyway, it's such a unique, and we do it with thankfully for the grants and the other things, we're able to bring in incredible talent from New York City to these kids that would never have an opportunity like this otherwise. And so we're just grateful for people who donate. We're grateful for people who support the arts in Nebraska, the Nebraska Art Council. Yeah, donate. I can't follow it. I'm going the wrong way. I'm reversed. Anyway, I wanted to actually talk about our vision, right? So we've had our camp for, first of all, wait, before we say goodbye to Delaney and Jeremiah, I want to tell you how you can find them. Delaney's on Instagram. You can find her at Delaney, but with an R, D-E-R, oh, can I spell this right? D-E-R-N-E-Y?
Yes.
Delaney.
And then Jer is actually Jeremiah Ginn, at Jeremiah Ginn. So just as you get
M, I think I have a middle initial in there. Jeremiah M.
Jeremiah M. Ginn, that's right. Just as it says there, just with an M in between, no spaces, at Jeremiah Ginn. And you can find his website, which is just jeremiahginn.com, to be able to see some of the stuff he's done. So really, guys, thank you for coming and singing and being a part of this. I'm going to bring you back in just a second. Oh, thank you. Oh, I went the wrong way. But let's talk about this camp, or the future, not just the camp, right? We've talked a lot about the camp, but there's a whole theater around this camp that we want to amplify, right? We reach so many kids using the camp vehicle, but we feel like there's a real opportunity to share some incredible theater with the community year round, right? So we don't wait for summers to do shows. So I kind of want to show you guys a video about what we've envisioned. Like, we've created this model of a remodel that we want to do for the center, kind of give you guys a vision of what we anticipate doing with this camp. So let's watch that. Everybody. Oh, we got music in the background. Hi, Delaney. Sorry, we're back. Just really quick, I wanted to talk about the camp, or about the theater, excuse me. Right now, we only have like 3 rooms, right? And so with 36 kids in camp specifically, but just, I mean, when we start doing shows in general, it's not enough space. We end up in the church next door. We end up at the community center across the street. Like, it's just not enough room. We have 3 rooms to use, and the walls are like Cooper. So if you're playing piano in one room, you hear it across the entire building. So it's just not, we love it, but it's just not cutting it anymore. We need more space. So this new redesign is really exciting. It increases the size of the theater. It expands into a dance studio, a black box. We end up with We have 3 rooms right now. We'll have 6 different spaces to rehearse, including basement space. We'll also have a costume shop off the side of the building where we're able to rent out costumes and support the community in that way, so that we can recycle the costumes that we build for shows that we'll be putting on in the space. It's just a magical vision that is totally possible. It's totally possible, and we're so excited. We hope that the community would be excited about it too. But I just wanted to say, please donate. Please donate. Send some money our way. We would be so grateful. You're directly supporting the arts in a part of the country that doesn't really have them as easily as you might have had in your communities. I know certainly me growing up, I had them at my disposition. Help this community. Help them see the value in the arts. That's what we really need for change, especially in this world right now. Compassionate storytelling and sharing your truths and like exposure. People getting to love people of different walks of life is what will heal the garbage that's been going on. Anyway, I just love all of you. Thank you so much for coming and spending this afternoon with us here on Stars in the House, which is still that we're even here. My picture is next to Bernadette Peters on the website. But anyway, again, donate if you can. $1 is enough to buy a building, so help us out. We love you. We love you in anything you can do. But as for us and the Allegro Art Centers, just a huge thank you, and we'll see you guys next time. Maybe if there's next time. Love you guys. Thank you, Stars in the House. Thank you, Jonah. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, James. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kara. Thank you. Love you guys. Donate.